Hey, we got a great big show for you today. A lot of stuff. Get your comments in. We're going to talk about Acolytes episode 3. What's it doing for you, if anything at all? Clash of the Castles happening this weekend. We got predictions. And where's Ricochet going? We'll find out. We'll find out. Get your comments in. We got a lot to talk about. And Knock will be here. Who knows? Maybe the Flop Daddy will be here too. Anyways, we'd love to hear from you. All that what I just talked about and more in the description. So get ready and anything you want to talk about. Here we go. Knock is here. Don't worry. We're all here. Mr. All Power is here. How are you doing? Are you doing all right, Mr. All Power? How's it going? Knock is right there. There he is. All right. We are live from LA. Let us know where you are and how you're doing right there. It is a brisk 70 degrees out on this chilly June Thursday night. So let us know what you got going on and what you're looking forward to this summer. Oh, lots of stuff, man. Knock, how you doing, man?
Hey, man. Jumping a little late here, but your boy is here. Let me know how my sound is going, how the mic is. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Really appreciate you guys. And it's been a heck of a week, man. A lot of big things on the horizon.
Yeah. Anything stand out to you? Anything cool happen to you? Anything that you're looking forward to this weekend?
Hopefully I have some news on some things in a few weeks. Just submitting for some things, so we'll see how that goes. And then, Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, sell it out.
All right. Oh, that's good. Let's get into some stuff right now. Knock, dealer's choice. What do you want to talk about first? We have movies. We have a TV show from Star Wars that is pissing people off. We got a pay-per-view coming up this weekend. We got bing, 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 Ricochet, who I forgot to make a slide for, but we'll talk about him.
We'll definitely talk about him because, hey, it looks like Ospreay, the Billy Goat, got to him. And he said, my fiance's over here. Who cares? A lot of money over here. Who cares? I'm jumping ship.
All right, let's talk about Ricochet right away then. Ricochet kind of seemingly written off television. There seems to be a lot of hype around Ricochet right now. So he may be brought back within his next month of contracting with WWE right now. But Braun Breaker pretty much murdered him. He's not going to jail.
Nope.
But anyways.
That WWE parking lot, NXT's taking over there. And there's so much to unpack here because I feel like this all kind of happened so fast. Like when Will Ospreay was saying, I really want to wrestle Ricochet. I want to do all this type of stuff a few weeks ago. It makes me think, were they talking? Was there like conversations being had then?
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's going to re-side,
So I think that there were. You got his other boy there, Swerve. So I think it's where you have your friends. It's kind of like the ROH transition into NXT Gold and Black with Sammy and KO and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's kind of a cool thing seeing those friends go over to a company together.
Yes, and I think he'll thrive in AEW. That's kind of where I think he needs to be. There's not really it's a shame to see it, but there's not really room for him in WWE to really get that big push and legacy I'm sure he's looking for. He's been a top guy everywhere he's been. So it's interesting to see how this goes now.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets a decent push. We'll see. We all have our opinions on when people go to AEW.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's be real. There's a ceiling on him in WWE.
Yeah, it's just now the only thing with AEW is just like that pool of talent and pool of people to use. It's just so massive. I think at this point they might have to start doing some serious distinctions between what is Dynamite, what is Collision, even Ring of Honor. We gotta have people get established because I feel like Ring of Honor is like a free for all. Besides Athena, maybe 2 other people, no one's really established there. Let's establish who the Collision people are, so we can put more faces to these things than having like a random mashup, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. Tony Khan's booking like crazy and just booking for the fans. But I think we got to start establishing characters and establishing people's homes. And that's what's going to get people to connect more.
I agree 100%.
And please bring back the pyro. I miss the pyro.
What the hell happened with that?
It has to be some.
It was when WB was there, Knock.
Yeah. The last thing I want to touch on real quick. I'm not even gonna get into the whole Samantha Irvin stuff that they're trying to attack her for.
Yeah.
It's completely fine. There's.
You're a little fuzzy, Knock.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. Yeah, let me know how my mic is. I don't want to have bad audio for you guys. Appreciate everyone jumping in here. But what I want to touch on real quick, how do you feel about him getting written off so brutally? Is that cool? Is it just a great way to get Braun over? Or is that like, all right, well, here you go, AEW?
I think it's very good because now you have a feud coming back for someone that they're going to push into the Netflix era. I also feel that this is something that Triple H talked to him about. I don't think this is an old VKM thing.
Yeah.
So I when people are comparing how people go out in companies and stuff like that, this is a good one. This is obviously one that Ricochet took the bumps for, took multiple bumps for.
Yeah.
Had the thing with Samantha. This makes him be talked about up until his debut because I'm pretty sure when his contract runs out, there's no 90-day. I think that's what I read about his contract.
I think so. I think you're right.
So this puts more spotlight on him on social media, and it gives him even a little sympathy. So I'm all for it.
He might have time to join the Owen Hart Cup.
Oh shit!
Hey, with the Billy Goat right there, man, we're already in for some great matches.
Yeah, Bryan Danielson, I think, is winning it, but
he has to win it. And then
point.
the matchup everyone's been waiting for, him versus Shingo Takagi, the other dragon in wrestling. They had a match in like 2010 before Bryan went to WWE, and people have been looking for this rematch for quite a long time.
Okay, that's probably Forbidden Door, correct?
I would imagine.
Okay. But yeah, overall, I think Ricochet going to AEW is one of those good things. With friends, a place that shines with his style wrestling. So, yeah. All right. Anything else on Ricochet before we move on to anything else?
Actually, there's another thing. Do you think Samantha Irvin goes with him? Is it good for her? Like, does it?
I think she should stay where she is, at least for now. Let him work there for a little bit because we've seen companies, we've seen Rhea and Buddy and a couple other people, and let him work there for a little bit and do his thing.
Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like Renee did. Like Moxley was there for like a bit, like a year, maybe 2 years before maybe even 3 years before she made her debut.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be interesting to see how that plays out. And then hey, he got written off on Raw, and he'll be there on Friday on X, Twitter, defending his speed belt against Andrade, which I'm sure everyone knows the result of that.
Yeah. Yeah, Ricochet got beat bad by Braun. It was good spots, I got to say. Everything was crisp. It was very nice. So, again, it leaves the door open for Ricochet to come back 5 years down the line or whenever. So
That's true. I mean, look at how Kyrie went out. She got beat up in the back, came back, and had that made the Bailey thing even better.
Yeah. So I think this is a good thing. I'm excited to see him in AEW, and I hope he does, and he does not re-sign with WWE because we'll see something fresh from him. So, all right, Knock. I know you're not watching it, but there's this show on Disney Plus called The Acolyte, and it some people like it. Some people hate it. Some people hate it.
I mean, I put a poll out, didn't you?
Yeah, there's a poll if you want to check it out. Vote. Let us know. There's 4 options for you. I chose boring. This has to be one of the most boring shows I've ever seen because there's absolutely no heart, no depth, no anything to it. I'm very disappointed that this is how I chose to. I have very little free time, so that's why it kind of like disappoints me.
I'm so glad we didn't choose to review this one because wow, we might have canceled that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stick with it, but leave comments and let me know if you're going to and why. I'm not on the side that hates it. I'm not on the side that likes it. I don't think this show has anything to it. Anyone could write this show. They are unbelievably forecasting any twists and turns. I'm not going to spoil anything in case anyone wants to dive into this because they are shorter episodes, which is kind of nice. But this is... I don't even know how to describe it. It's just very lifeless. Anyone can
Damn.
make this show. Anyone. It's so paint by numbers. If you've seen kind of Star Wars, and I can tell you what the end of the whole series is right now. They telegraph the whole thing, and I just, it's so unbelievably dull. It is so. It's the opposite of what it is trying to be. That's my little jab at it, but it's
That's
so
really a
white.
shame,
It's
man.
so white bread.
Ugh. That's a shame because coming off Ahsoka, I thought Star Wars is back on track. There's a lot of good momentum they were building up finally. And I told some people that I had rewatched what was it called? The prequel, episode one. And
Yeah,
then they played a trailer for it. I thought the trailer looked amazing. I was very excited for it. I like the cast. So it's really a shame, man.
it is a shame. I don't think Star Wars is going to turn around. I don't see any future projects that are going to turn it around. I just feel that Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be your one steadfast through the Star Wars universe.
Man. What else I was gonna say here? Yeah, like again, I really like the cast, so I'm disappointed. And then I was told that this was like the most expensive thing in Star Wars. It was the highest budget for anything Star Wars. So I'm very shocked to see where that's going.
I don't know where it's going. That's the thing too. 170 some $1 million for I think like 8 episodes. You can see that it looks like sets. I don't know if it goes back to like filming in high def and you can just see too much. You can see a lot of the makeup. You can see where it stops on the fucking necks. Like just a lot of things that
That's
just kind of
bad.
disappoint me in this. It is bad. I'm just so like you can't get lost in this anymore. It's just I don't know what it is. So and I think they're playing with Star Wars lore to how they want to do it. They're kind of Last Jedi in themselves. So if you had an issue with Last Jedi, you're gonna have an issue with this. That's my one warning. But
Yeah, that's really a shame. And it's what is it? 8 episodes?
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The dialogue in here, I have a bad taste in my mouth from the dialogue from episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Makes that shit look like I'm trying to think of a movie that has great dialogue, but whatever movie has great dialogue, that's what it makes episodes 1, 2, and 3 look like. It's so lifeless, knock.
Damn, man, that's really a shame. I was looking forward to the show. I was gonna start it. I was looking at Zach's word, and then ever since Zach said it was trash, I've been seeing everywhere people saying it's trash. Some of the people I heard that was hyped for it, some of my friends haven't mentioned it since. So it's really crazy to see how bad of a turn this went.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that people are getting pissed off about. Basically, like there's witches that
That's
kind of
the
like how
biggest thing I've been hearing.
so there's witches that brought the twins to life, kind of how Anakin got mysteriously brought to life, but they're
Okay.
not going to say how. They the director basic God, I forgot the quote. I don't want to like misquote her because of how up in arms people are going to get, but it's just again they're using Star Wars lore in their own way, so it's not even what it is. I don't care about like if there's lesbians or gay men in this, or that doesn't matter because if you look at a world like this is where those kind of relationships are going to happen. It's not like in our society, it's different, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's the storytelling. It's how bland this is. It is how cold and lifeless every character is. It is so robotic, so plain, and again, so white bread. This is one of the most boring things I've seen on TV.
Damn. Disney Plus, there's been a lot of summer disappointments. Last year was Secret Invasion, now this. That
Yeah,
that sucks, man.
yeah. Um, there's a lot of stuff. I don't know. Keep your comments going. I can't. I can't argue either side. Whatever side you're on with this, they're both right. That's how frustrating this show is. No one can argue. Like I don't know. It's so frustrating. I think I'm going to dip out of this show. I think 3 episodes is it for me.
Damn.
Yeah.
This must have been how Eric felt watching Halo.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. You want to know who's underneath that hood in the middle picture there, who's supposed to be like
Let
the
me
first
see.
Sith ever? It's going to be someone who's on the right. They're telegraphing everything.
Oh wow.
Cole Money already moved on. Yeah. I'll maybe watch the last episode. I don't know. Maybe not. All right. That's it.
Yeah, I got nothing. I haven't started, so I really got
All
nothing
right.
for it.
Let's get the fuck out. All right. Knock. Are you ready? The last Uncle Howdy clue. You can find them all on our channel and follow along
This
if you
is it,
haven't.
huh?
This is it. This is it. That's the countdown. Monday Night Raw.
Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Who do they feud with at first? You know, who how do we
That's the
re-debut them?
thing. I don't know. That's a good thing. So the countdown is on. It's around 9 p.m. Eastern time, I think, that it counts down to. So if you're watching Raw, that's where it is. I don't know. They mention things and words like bloodbath and all this other things that just seems very like, holy crap, man, this is going to be what we thought Retribution was supposed to be or whatever, man.
Yeah,
You got to live up to that now. You use the verbiage, and I'm going to say this: AEW lived the hell up to that flamethrower, so you have a lot to live up to.
that's a good point. I'm excited to see everyone back. Like it's been so long since we've seen Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, Alexa obviously having her child, Nikki graduating, then getting like her doctorate, and then
Yeah.
obviously Dexter Loomis. So I'm very excited to see how they re-debut these people. They all can go. Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll see if how this build really goes. I hope they stick to landing.
I hope so too. There's a lot riding on this, so let us know what you want to see from Uncle Howdy's group. Great build. You got to deliver, and I still believe Alexa Bliss is a red herring. And, Big Demo might be part of this.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be a pretty big group.
Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be 6, but I mean, God, you have to deliver on that bloodbath and the reckoning and all this stuff. I don't know. The thing that really frustrates me too on this last episode of Raw, Michael Cole basically was like clowning it, like, not that QR crap again. Like,
Oh my gosh.
so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. That's really cool though. Again, this has been a huge build. Everyone that's been jumping in, following these as Zach's been posting them. That's really cool to see all you guys break it down and talk about it.
Yeah. All right, Knock. This is pretty cool.
All right, everybody. You know, I try to watch as much wrestling as I can. There's so much cool stuff that happens. Anybody that knows Utami Hayashishita, I hope I said that right. Um, Pretty much, she got into wrestling and went to Stardom because of Io.
Oh,
She's a huge fan. Like this is like the biggest dream match for her possible. But when she arrived to Stardom, Io had already been long gone in NXT, WWE. She wasn't. That match was like not going to happen. And the way I've been hearing about this, how it came together, I guess Roshi Ogawa has been talking to Triple H for a while. I guess Triple H influenced him to, I know you started Stardom, but go ahead and just start a new company or like leave, because you're just kind of a figurehead now. Because I guess that Bushi Road owns Stardom now. So I guess they've been talking for a while, and Rossi used kind of like Julia as leverage to get a trade off. That's the rumors. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not there.
Okay.
So this kind of came together, and we're gonna get a few more of these type of matches. And right now, Marigold is hot. If they're gonna have a nice, healthy relationship with WWE and get some of these wrestlers to come over, that's gonna be really cool, man. Where's Mako Satomura? Can we send her over too? I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
Obviously, Asuka will never go. I don't know if anyone knows about that, but Asuka and Rossi enemies. That will never happen.
Shit. Okay.
But Io, Kyrie, I guess a fair game. Obviously, so these two matches right here, major matches, are going to be happening on the July show that don't even include the World Championship yet, which is insane. These are just two marquee matches, and then you have another big one. So this card is already stacked. Julia versus Rhea is going to be incredible. That might be Julia's send-off. But regarding Io and Utami, that's a dream match come true. And I think they might steal. That might be women's match of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's one to really get hyped for. Both are very, very talented.
Okay.
I think I got everything. Everyone in the chat, if you guys know anything or have anything to add to it, let me know. But Marigold right now is hot, So right now, it's crazy. It's like WWE, you got TNA, possibly Pro Wrestling Noah, and now Marigold. And on the other side, versus AEW, you got CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and who else they work? I think that's it. Oh, and Stardom.
Stardom.
So it's kind of crazy to see where wrestling is right now.
It is. It is very crazy. I do got to say, I like the Stardom package that they played last night on Dynamite.
Yes.
For what's her name? I can't
Not for
remember her
Mina
name.
or someone else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mina.
Okay.
It was,
Because
it
they
was a
had
nice.
one
It
for
was
her. Oh, they had one for Stephanie Bakur as well.
yes, and they're done in the style of the other companies, so that's what was cool about them.
Yeah. Yeah, like really good stuff there. And the one with Stephanie, who's going to face Mercedes, um, I don't know if you see it, but there's been someone, I forget their name on Twitter, been saying she looks just like Kat Dennings. And honestly, I can kind of see the resemblance.
Come on now. Kat Denny is supposed to have a show with Randall Park yet on Disney Plus.
Oh, really? Oh,
So, yeah,
weren't they in
supposed to be
oh,
some
is it,
months
that has
ago.
anything to do with Marvel or like something else?
Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be Marvel.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say they were in one division together.
Yeah,
Okay, that's pretty cool.
yeah. Noob asks, "Hello everyone. Noob, how are you doing? What are your thoughts on this year's Summer Game Fest? Knock, you want to go into
Yeah,
some
I
Xbox
kind of
stuff?
mentioned, I think it was last week, Jeff Keighley had already came out. He had like tempered expectations, kind of said it. We're like, don't expect anything huge. We're gonna show you games that will be out soon. So you kind of knew what you were going into. I thought it was cool, but it kind of got blown out of the water by the Xbox showcase, which we will talk about very soon. The Xbox showcase was amazing. It brought back all the feelings I had growing up watching E3 and getting excited for gaming. So shout out to Microsoft and them. They actually killed the performance.
That Summer Game Fest, it looked like a lot of mobile games and remakes. Knock and I were going to try to go to the IGN setup with it, and it didn't pan out. But I'm glad I didn't waste the money to pay for parking.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts on it, but still cool. I'll still play Hogwarts. Quidditch.
Yeah. So Nubico, if you stick around, we're gonna get to some of the other games in a second here. And there was some really, really cool stuff. Yeah, yeah, mid. Let me know what you think about the Xbox Game Fest or Xbox Showcase. I mean, and we're gonna talk about that soon.
Yeah, yeah. That one actually looked way better. So we'll get into that right now, actually.
Perfect. Okay. Obviously, me and Zach are like PlayStation guys. Eric is the Xbox person. But when you boil it down, I love games, and Xbox came to play. They kicked it off with Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I can't believe we're at freaking 6, but it actually looked really good. It looked very, very well done. A lot of good voice actors in there. Indiana Jones looked pretty cool. I'm still on the fence of that because it's first person. The games that stood out to me that I'm very excited for, me and Eric played through most of the Gears games together, so I'm a big fan of Gears. Gears of War E Day should go back to Marcus Phoenix in those days. You get back to your original characters, so very excited for that. I was never a big fan of State of Decay or Fable, but good showings for those games. They showed some other one. It's an RPG right there, Expedition 33. That game looked amazing. Definitely check out that trailer. I'm putting my stamp on that if you like RPGs. That one's looking promising. And then Perfect Dark. I don't know if you guys are any Perfect Dark fans, but this remake looks really cool. So I'm all for that as well. And this watching this kind of made me want to upgrade my Xbox. I have the Xbox One right now, and I'm looking to upgrade. I think after watching this, if everything delivers.
Man, returning to the dark side. Knock.
I know, man. I know. I think there was something else I had seen. Nubico, I don't know if you played any Xbox, but really great performance, man. Just nothing but game after game and actual gameplay. So I was all for it. Oh, Doom Dark Ages. Yes. That looked
Yeah,
really well done. It's a prequel Doom game. I think you get to ride a dragon in that thing too. Like they're going crazy in that game.
that game looked cool. Call of Duty Black Ops. That looked really cool as well. And I might wait on that because I might wait and just do that rather than Helldivers 2 because I was talking to a friend of mine and I can't talk when I play games at night. And he
Oh,
said
oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna get booted if I go on Helldivers 2. So
Yeah.
I'm not actually gonna get that game. So Gears of War fan from Mr. All Power. What I did hear was that they are still making the next chapter in Gears of War after E Day comes out. So that's some good news.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean this was a really great showing, and like finally all these studios that Microsoft bought like 2018ish years ago, we're finally seeing some of those games come out, which is really cool. I don't know if the Metal Gear Solid remake is gonna that shouldn't be exclusive. That should be a multi-plat game, but that was a good showing from that game as well. Um, I feel like there was something else that I'm forgetting, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought. But those are my highlights of the show.
It looks good right now. It's more games than I play for PlayStation 5 right now. But
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I'm waiting for PlayStation. Like, hopefully this inspires or like lights a fire on the PlayStation's butt to like get going. Like we haven't seen anything being shown from them in a long time. They haven't had a solid conference in like years. And then
Right.
I don't know what their next few games are, what their new games are coming out. I have no idea.
They just keep talking about Wolverine. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Like we need the new IPs. What is Naughty Dog doing?
Yes.
What is like, what's going on here?
Naughty Dog said they're working on something that is supposed to be their new IP. They just can't say. Um, give us a date or something because I'm starting
Yeah.
to not care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But yeah,
Nice.
shout out to Xbox. They hit a home run with this one.
All right, man. A lot of people were talking about it. So, all right. Oh, Christ. Okay. Another week. Another. Another setback.
I felt like we just talked about this, and I was like, please stop wasting Mahershala Ali's time. Two-time Oscar winner. There's so many movies he could be doing. Can we stop wasting his time to get this movie out? And then they hit me with this.
It was amicable from the director, and the only thing I know from the director that he did that was big was Lovecraft Country.
Okay, so he would have fit pretty well in here, from my understanding
Yeah,
of. I've never seen the show, but I thought he would have fit pretty well here.
same. Yeah, because especially if they're doing a smaller budget, like around 70 million,
Yeah.
that would have been cool because it's a simple project. It's such a simple project.
At this point, do you think it? I feel like they might just have to make this a show. Like I feel like if they're lowering the budget and stuff, we just need time. Like one movie, I don't know if it's gonna do enough. Like I can't believe there's this much turmoil with this game. It's insane.
I'll say no. This shouldn't be a TV show because they don't know how to spend their money. Acolyte, 170 some million dollars.
Okay, yeah, good point.
They don't know what they're doing.
I don't I really don't understand, man. You have the actor.
Yeah,
I don't know where we're going from here. Like when was this announced again? How many years has it been?
2.5, 3 years ago.
Oh, I feel like I gotta look this up.
It's
Someone let me
supposed
know.
to be out a while ago, like a
Yeah,
year
it's
ago.
supposed to be out a while ago. This is insane. It, there has to be some type of self sabotage going on because there's no way it's this difficult to make this movie. There's no way.
No, no. Wonder Man, 10 episodes. That's like gonna be almost done filming. That doesn't come out for like 2 years yet. They can't do this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I really have nothing else to say to this. I'm just just every time I hear about this movie, I'm disappointed,
Yeah.
like to the extreme.
I'm gonna stop pulling up slides that have Mahershala on here because I think he's out. I think that's it.
You think so?
He's on
I mean,
there.
at this point, he
My-
has to start doing other stuff.
right. Because Jurassic Park or World or whatever, the new trilogy that starts. This isn't coming out for at least 2 years.
That's a shame. And then how I wonder where his place in the MCU is supposed to be. Like if that's going to throw some stuff up that timeline. Usually Marvel is a little more like tight with this stuff.
Right. I know he's supposed to appear in at least the second Avengers movie that's coming out. So I maybe that's how they introduce him. But I mean, you're not supposed to introduce characters in Secret Wars.
Yeah. Okay, I just looked it up. The reboot for Blade was announced July 2019. Yeah. Yeah. Insane.
Very. All right. Well, at least he's getting work and getting the fuck out of there. The Boys premiered today. Let us know if you're watching it. It is set for one final season, season 5. That'll be coming out. Who knows when? They're going to start filming it in November, and they said that's it. They're doing the second season of Gen V. That'll be in between, and then season 5 of The Boys, and then that's it. But keep in mind, this is the guy who did Supernatural. Almost every year he said that show was done with him the next season, so we'll see. But I'm excited. I'm not going to watch this until it's all done. But let me know what you think of it. Leave comments. I want to know your thoughts. I love The Boys. I don't care about Rotten Tomato scores for a show like this.
Yeah, maybe that guy learned his lesson from Supernatural. I think Supernatural after like season 7, maybe kind of dropped off. My brother was a huge fan of it.
That show, I watched the finale, and it was like I could tell it was total fan service. But there's so much like stuff in the finale. It's like I don't know, man. It made me kind of want to get into it, but
yeah, the show when it first started, it was heat. My brother actually got me to watch a few episodes. He was so into it, and then it just fell off a cliff, lost the plot. Then they had some good episodes in between those like later seasons, but like it was just not as tight as the beginning. But I was gonna say, like, it's cool that like when people get to tell their full story and just end it on their terms with season 5, like they're gonna do with the boys. That's like when you usually get the best material.
Yeah. I'm very excited, especially because then the final season won't be an election year, which this one is basically kind of taking a page.
Yeah,
But
I know we're gonna get a spin-off after spin-off like The Walking Dead.
oh my god, I won't talk about that. Let's move on. All right, you brought this to our attention, Knock.
I did, man. So I want to say what 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. Fast and Furious came out. I think it was Fast 9, the one with John Cena when they went to space. That was my first time at Alamo Drafthouse. Zach had been telling me about it, and me and we got together, got to go see the movie. I enjoyed the theater. It was like it was a little more like small than I thought. When you walk in, felt like a nice little feel when you get in there, and then I felt like really good in those seats. So it was crazy. And then now I hear that Sony bought them. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it's gonna do, if that's good or bad. But apparently they were trying to sell for a bit here quietly.
Yeah, about 2-3 weeks ago, they dropped 5 locations, and they don't have that many locations. I know it's under 50. I want to say, but somewhere between 30 and 50. So they dropped 5 of them. So that's kind of a big deal. This was a mom and pop operation that got a little bigger, and Sony, who used to own theaters, and then I can't remember if it's Regal or AMC or someone else bought their theaters out years and years and years ago. So now they're back in the game with Alamo Drafthouse.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna work. And then like just with rights and movies and stuff, what type of movies they'll get, or type of promotions, or what they're gonna do to change up Alamo Drafthouse.
They do a lot of cool stuff with older movies, like watch-alongs and sing-alongs for musicals, and they do some fun stuff for movies. Like when we saw Bill and Ted, they had a bunch of fun props to use when they time traveled and shit.
That's cool.
That's a good point, Knock. Will they just be like the Egyptian or theaters that are owned by places like Netflix here that just show Netflix movies? Are they just going to show Sony movies and older movies? They said that it's kind of going to stay the same, but that's a good point. Will they get new releases from other companies, or will they put those out maybe second tier, like how budget cinemas have? 2 or 3 months later, put those movies out.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool place to see movies. Like I enjoyed our experience there.
Yeah, good stuff. I love them. Speaking of summer movies, have you seen anything now?
So of course, me and the girl, we're gonna go see Inside Out too. I gotta see Wolverine, Deadpool, of course.
Yes.
I didn't get to see Furiosa yet, but I do plan on seeing some of these other movies. I will not be seeing If. I think that's it that I can think of.
Okay. Quiet Place Day 1. I will wait for streaming on that.
Oh, I lied. I'm going to see that one, man. I'm a big fan of those. I know they're starting to milk it. I know they're starting to like get a lot of different spin-offs, but I got to see that one.
Let me know how it is. I really enjoyed the first one. The second I thought was it was okay.
I get you.
This I'm excited
Will
for.
Smith though. Will and Marty Marr.
Ooh, yeah. Karate Man himself. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
People were doom and gloom in the summer, and that kind of put it.
That's the thing. I know like people have been like dragging his name recently, and it's been a minute since we've seen Will Smith like on a bigger stage with his movies. I know he did some other ones that came out and smaller, but like when Will Smith at summer blockbusters, listen, bro, he was on a run.
That was it. People would like not even release the same month of a Will Smith movie.
Yeah, so it's cool to see, man.
Yeah, they're already in talks to do part 5, so it's looking good for
him. Yeah, so like we'll see. Let us know what you guys are planning on watching. Just real quick for TV news. I don't know if you guys ever seen White Collar. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. They're rebooting it. They're bringing it back.
Shit. What is it going to be on Netflix?
I'm not too sure where they're going, but it seems like all these USA shows that get put back on Netflix seem to blow up. They've happened with Suits, and they're getting a remake. Now White Collar, so maybe.
God, I forgot all about White Collar.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that one. Matt Bomer, Tiffany Thiessen. I forget the name of the guy who played the main FBI agent, but there's a lot of people in there that were familiar faces.
Yeah, Monk has a new movie out somewhere on whatever streaming service. Man, if they bring back Burn Notice, I mean, just put all these movies ahead on.
Oh yeah, they bring back Burn Notice, man. You will not be hearing from me. I'll be trying my best to get on that one. That's one. That is my favorite show of all time.
Bring back the USA Spawn. That's what I want.
Oh my
That was a
God.
good show.
USA used to be heat, man. Don't sleep
Yeah.
on them.
Yep. USA up all night. Speaking of heat,
Yes, sir. Speaking of heat, who cares about SummerSlam when you got total nonstop summer with TNA selling out? And now I don't know if this was the same place AEW went, but it sounded familiar. They might have went there, but TNA just sold it out. I'm very excited. They'll be there all weekend, so we'll see if you can sell Saturday. This is the Friday show that is sold out. So shout out to TNA getting back. Hopefully they can just live on their own. You can work with WWE, but just be your own company. I would love to see that, and I'd love to see them get some bigger crowds. They have a lot of talent there. Ali,
yeah, they do.
Ziggler, you got Jordan Grace, obviously the juggernaut. So I'll be cool to see them get a bigger following and just maybe get like not a TV deal, but get back to weekly episodic shows.
Right. Um, the ratings haven't been going up since the TNA and NXT thing. They've been going down.
Yeah, I,
So
I just hopefully like there's a turnaround. I think there's need to be some more consistent stuff, consistent partnership with WWE, sending more people because at this point, I think the ratings would have went up if people knew where to find it. Like I know they have TNA Plus, you have all these different things, but like if it was on like a smaller network or just something, I think that'd be easier for them to get ratings. It's hard to find for people that like aren't into like wrestling as we are.
right, and that's also on their access to advertise your stuff. You
Yeah,
have stuff going on. Be aware of what's going on. Your company that you have on your television weekly is cooperating with one of the biggest companies in the world. Like, be
exactly,
aware of what's going on in your own house.
exactly.
Are you excited for the pay per view?
I think so because I think they might have given away who might be um coming in, like with Tatum Paxley, I think her name is. But I'll be
Yes.
curious if it's somebody else.
Okay. Do you
Let's
think they
Soul
should
Ruka.
go? I'd appreciate if they gave TNA Sol Ruka.
Yeah, I don't think they will, but
Yeah. Do you think they should go to SummerSlam at some point? Just let it drizzle
it
throughout the
should, man. Get
summer.
a little bigger. I mean, Moose has been teasing going to the main roster and fight some of those guys. So let's see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, and if they do, I don't just bring in Ali, Ziggler, and Ash by Elegance. Bring
Yeah,
in some
yeah,
TNA
exactly.
people.
Let's get some of the new people. That's a good point.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it was a big deal when Mickey brought the TNA Knockouts Championship to the Rumble, but it was a bigger deal with Jordan Grace, who never been to WWE, did it. So
dude.
we'll see that.
Yeah, this is gonna be a big deal.
This is a huge deal, man. Blood and guts. AEW, the best of AEW versus the Elite. The Elite are looking for their fifth person. They want it to be Swerve. I don't think it'll be him, but it'll be interesting to see if he does pull a Swerve, since Will Ospreay's getting all this shine, or it could be Hangman. There's a lot of possibilities out there. We haven't
Oh,
seen the Hangman in a bit, but Blood and Guts is going to be a huge thing, and we have the freaking Elite in there. No offense to Jericho and his crew, but we have some people that might do some crazy shit. Like it's going to be insane to see them in Blood and Guts against whoever AEW's best is. Um, and then also let's get the women a Blood and Guts match too, man. Let's bust that out soon.
a Willow team versus Statlander team
That's what I'm
made
saying,
more
bro.
sense. Made more sense than this Elite versus AEW stuff. This still makes sense, but the women's
Yeah,
side
yeah,
actually makes more sense.
it does, and like it's long overdue. We thought we were gonna get it with the Outcasts last year,
Yeah,
going against all the AEW people, but you could do a Dynamite where it's just blood and guts, men and women, and I think you get away with it. Maybe something in between a buffer, but
yeah.
hopefully they get a good rating. Like the ratings have been, I don't know what's going on with those ratings, but it's just constantly declining. I hope they can get to a mill again, but it's not looking pretty.
No. Finding ways to advertise AEW. You gotta appeal to non wrestling fans.
That's the
That's
thing.
the thing. You got to
That's
do it.
the thing.
I'm
So
looking
we'll
forward
see how
to
it
it.
goes.
Yeah. All right. Clash at the Castle live Saturday morning here in the US from Scotland. I'm pretty excited. I think the non US PLEs are the more exciting ones for the last couple of years. And I'm very
100%.
excited to see how loud Scotland can get.
Yeah, those crowds have been insane. So let's see.
All right, let's get the predictions in, and of course, get yours in because we want to know who you think will win, who will walk out champion, who will remain champion, and if anything will go down that is a surprise at Clash at the Castle. So, you ready to get into it now?
Let's do it, bro.
All right. Match number 1, women's tag team titles are on the line. I gotta say, this looks like the champs retain.
Yeah, they definitely retain. We have two Scottish ladies in the mix, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So hopefully they get a good pop, a good shine. And I don't think they should take the pin. I think Zoe Stark is there to take the pin, but obviously Jade and Bianca can retain.
Yeah. It's going to be a good showing. And if you just do a good long match. So I'll preface this right now. If you're not watching this live, this is done before SmackDown. I do believe Gallus might get involved somehow. We might get in touch with a storyline later on during this. But 5 matches so far. Let this match go for a while. Let the tag team division for the women get some good shine here.
Yep.
There we go. Jade and Bianca, the big 3 power buff girls. I love that moniker.
It's great. They got the best
All
abs
right.
in the game.
Yep. All right. Before Cody goes to the cookout, he's stopping by Scotland and he's going to face AJ Styles in an I Quit match. Man, oh man, your guy, they're running it back for you, Knock. Who you got in this one?
Yeah, I mean, look at France, man. France is going crazy for my boy. I think finally Triple H is going to give him some shine here. Cody said he's bringing his mom. I don't know what that means, but I think Cody could afford a loss here. AJ Styles, little fun fact here, he's undefeated, 3-0 in I Quit matches. All 3 happened in TNA, I believe. But
All right.
yeah, undefeated in I Quit matches. I don't want to see my boy say I quit. Time for Cody to drop the belt. He can win it back at SummerSlam. You know, just let my boy AJ run with the gold.
I'd actually really like that. I gotta say,
Does
it's
it, man?
Cody Rhodes though. It's got to be Cody Rhodes. I do believe the Good Brothers will get involved somehow. If Mama Rhodes is gonna be there, I don't want Mama Rhodes to interfere. Just let this
She
be a
already
good
got her
match.
happy moment at Mania. You know, it's time to
Yes.
see Mama Rose, shed a tear or two when her boy quits. You know, maybe AJ wins because he tries to threaten her, and Cody has to quit because he can't get to her in time.
Maybe that could be.
Come on, bro. We can do some smart booking. I'll protect Cody, but get my boy AJ, who's been busting his ass, getting in great shape. Come on, man.
Yes.
Let him get the gold.
Also, I just want to point out too, if you're a fan of The Rock and Mankind, Cody Rhodes has said "I quit" on the microphone twice this week. So we'll see what happens. Everyone's saying Cody, except for the cold-blooded Mama Rhodes hating Knock.
Wow.
Speaking of heat, it's Chad Gable going for his one-on-one shot for the IC title against Sami Zayn.
It's time, bro, to crown Chad Gable. This man was trying to whoop Otis on live television. I think it's time. I don't Sammy, I don't know. I love Sammy, but I don't think this reign has been all that.
I think his reign is just to build up Chad Gable's win.
I think so. I mean, he already got the big Mania moment pinning Gunther. I don't think
Yes.
his reign does anything else after this. I don't know if there's any more heights to go.
I'll say this. Here's how I would book it. My prediction for Clash at the Castle. This is when the Alpha Academy finally snaps and turns on Gable, costing him the match. Then, therefore, you have Chad Gable go kind of to the back of the line. We know there's no real rankings or anything, and build back up into a SummerSlam match. And that's where he wins the title against Sami Zayn. Meanwhile, Sami Zayn has to do a better title run and has to go week in, week out, even maybe a trip to NXT and defend that title in really great matches, like half an hour, some main event Monday Night Raw style matches. That's how I book it.
I can see them do that. They love beating AEW in the ratings, so they would love trying to send more guys there. So,
Yep. All right. Here's the question: has Chad Gable signed a contract? Is he working pro bono? Is he just kind of hanging out?
I'd imagine he's signed by now. I don't imagine him going anywhere.
Okay.
Like quietly, I think it's happened.
All right. Well, Sami Zayn puts him through a car window. We know he's headed to AEW. All right.
Real
Gable.
glass.
Gable versus Braun will slap. It's so funny now seeing Braun Breaker being like this big dude and just whatever. Now being seen as someone who can face people like Chad Gable who are awesome technical wrestlers.
Yeah.
All right. Piper Niven trying to get Bailey's title in Scotland. What do you got, Knock?
Again, another Scottish lady. Piper Niven. I'm glad she got some promo time. I'm glad she's getting these matches with Bailey and the TV time to build it up. I think this might be her best match she's ever had on WWE. But Bailey's got to get the victory. I think Bailey gets the clean win here. Damn, that's gonna be the Scott's gonna be 0 for 3 right now, or 0 for 2. But Bailey has to get the victory.
Yeah, I agree. Bailey does. Give this one time too, because Piper Niven, when we used to watch her back on the WWE Network in NXT UK, she was really good. She put on really good matches, and so did Alba Fire. So, yeah, Bailey's got to retain though. Bailey, of course, the crowd should be hot. They have to compete with France. This is it. This is the main event knock. This is it in Scotland, live Saturday in the AM here in the US. It'll be Damian Priest of the Fractured Judgment Day defending his title against the Scottish Psychopath, the Chosen One. Drew McIntyre looking for a win that personally could be even bigger than WrestleMania.
Yeah, this will be huge for him. So it's crazy because, okay, first Clash of the Castle, everyone thinks he's going to win. Huge thing against Roman, and he loses as a babyface. And the crazy thing is he should win in Scotland. He should have that big moment. But his entire career since coming back to WWE, being at main event scene, has been littered with controversy because of stuff out of his control. Whether he won the WWE title, in an empty arena, loses to Lashley, and then at Mania getting cashed in on. I think CM Punk returns here. You heard it here first. CM Punk returns here, and he will cost Drew McIntyre the belt. He's going to get booed out of the stadium, but Drew will have another moment where he hates CM Punk, has CM Punk to blame, and somehow, some way, we get to SummerSlam, and he'll have his moment there. I think they want to give Priest a little more time with the belt.
Wow. So are you thinking Priest drops to someone like Balor or someone completely different?
I think, I don't know. That's where it's tough, because he could drop it to some. I don't think they want Priest to have the belt that much longer. I'll be honest with you. I think they want to just get him his run real quick. But it could be Balor. It could be CM Punk. It's tough. But I think it'll either be one-on-one, Drew versus CM Punk for the world title. No, not sure who's going to have it. Or it'll be a triple threat match. And we can have Drew versus CM Punk later on at some point, one-on-one.
Okay. I got to give it to Drew on this one. I don't know. I guess I'm old school booking, but man, I'd love to hear CM Punk get booed out of Scotland.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you think that'll happen? We got some stuff in here in the chats here. Charlotte could return. Watch for that. And Cole Money also saying Piper can win. Bailey hasn't been that great, and she's a placeholder since Charlotte got hurt.
Ooh, whoa. Bailey's been on fire. What you talking about? Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think they're pretty much, routine pay-per-view. I can't imagine too much happening besides the CM Punk. Maybe Charlotte. I think she's around her time. She should be returning. Okay. But yeah, I don't see anyone else too crazy coming in.
All right, I'm gonna say Drew wins because he has a new faction with Gallus.
Or actually, where's Rhea Ripley at? Maybe she might make an appearance.
I'd save that. I would save that. That's gonna be one of the biggest pops. Yeah, because they need to go a little bit deeper with Dom.
Yeah.
All right. Hey.
Well, I know Zach has to jump out of here, but I think it's time to close the show. Zach, you got any final words before I hit my pop 5?
No, just keep commenting. Let us know what you're doing this summer. If there's anything you want us to get into too, game wise or anything like that. So yeah, it's summertime. Yeah.
Summertime out here with your boys. But you guys know what time it is. It's time for the poppers, the floppers, the rampagers. Come one, come all. It's the pop 5. And of course, first one up, we got to take it all the way to New Japan, or to Stardom, where Hazuki batters her opponent with punches, rapid punches into the mat, dribbling like a basketball. Number 4, we go to ROH, where Queen Aminata sends her person to the gallows. Kiera Hogan, good night. Number 3, this is a tough week. Ultimate X. Number 2, Ray Phoenix, Will Ospreay, the rematch. This sequence was on fire. This was action personified. Number 1, though, Ghost is on fire. That is
nice.
your top 5 this week.
That was a good one.
This was a tough week, man. There were so many freaking entries that could have been there. I'll say it again. If you guys are watching wrestling, send us your favorite moment of the week. It could be our DMs on Instagram, on Twitter, or email us at westcoastpopcast@gmail.com. We will post it up for the following week. Let us know. But it can be from anywhere, from New Japan, from AEW, WWE, or anywhere in the Indies. Let us know, man. If you're a wrestler out there and you want to promote yourself, send in your video. We got a pop 5 up there for you.
If you're a wrestler and you promote yourself, you'll automatically be number 1.
Hey,
we'll give you that shine.
That's true. But yeah, shout out to everybody jumping in the chat, man. This is your boys. I think it's time to. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out, y'all. We're ending the stream right this time. My boy Eric set us up.